So today's video is a day in my life, but also how to become a professional interior designer. For some of you, you may know that I just graduated college with a BA in interior design, and now I'm working for a commercial architectural interior design firm. So right now we're working from home with everything that's been going on in the world, so things have been a little different, but for the most part, I'm still keeping my regular work schedule. Sometimes I end up working a little later because sometimes, during the day you can hear my dishwasher going right now, so that took away like 10 minutes of my day. So sometimes the time fluctuates a little bit, but for the most part, I still work 7:30 till 5. Today's schedule is kind of busy, like full of meetings, but I have to take Harper to the vet at 2:30. She's been limping pretty bad, so we're gonna take her in, get her an x-ray done, because last time we went in, we just gave her like some medicine and it didn't really seem to be helping any. But yeah, we're gonna do an x-ray this time and just weigh all our options, make sure everything's okay. But yeah, a lot of you guys have had some questions about interior design, just in general. You want me to make more of these videos, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna make some more interior design videos, and my life at work, it's a lot easier for me to film these things being home versus in the office. I don't feel like it's appropriate to film myself working in the office every single day, like that's not professional at all. So it's a lot easier for me to do it at home, and I can just show you like snippets of like me working, but obviously I can't show you like in detail projects because that's against like privacy code, like not codes, but like rules and stuff like that. So yeah, today is kind of a busy day, like I said, full of meetings. I have to take Harper to the vet, and I kind of already put my time in. I think I'm gonna include that a little bit about our time. So we bill by how we work on projects, not like a timesheet. Like I don't get to work and like punch my timesheet in or like clock in. We write down or just remember like how much time we're spending working on projects, and then we like put it into our program. So I have about 3 hours left of just like working time for the day after like all my meetings. So that's really not a lot of time of me sitting down like getting work done. But these meetings happen like once a month or every other week. Sometimes there's one meeting that I have at 9:30 that we do every single day, Monday through Friday, and that's just because this is a huge project and we need to stay on task and make sure that we're getting our like construction document sets out appropriately and making sure we hit everything we need done. So I'm gonna probably not get ready, not put any makeup on today because I don't leave my house that often, and this is my work attire almost every single day right now, and I love it. It's gonna be a change getting back into the office and having to look nice every single day again, because I was definitely in a routine, and now it's like I can't even imagine waking up at that time and like 6:30, 6 o'clock around that time, and getting ready and going to work. Like I can't remember what that's like. So yeah, so I'll kind of just like talk to you guys here and there, but at the end I'll kind of do like a Q&A. I'm gonna ask you guys on Instagram kind of what you really want to know about what I do every single day, and kind of include that in the video, and then also the process of how to become an interior designer from start to finish. So stay tuned to the end for those Q&As and all that stuff, but otherwise it's going to be more of a day in my life style. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. I'd love to have you. This community is growing already so quickly. I didn't expect to be growing as quickly as I am, because I feel like I'm just not as educated in making YouTube videos. I just like do it because it's fun to do and I like to do it. So that should be the reason for anybody making YouTube videos. But yeah, I'm super excited for the future and some possible future videos for you guys. I'm so excited. So stay tuned. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you're notified every single time that I do upload. I was telling my mom, I'm like, it's so nice being able to like FaceTime Sam again during work, because I can actually talk to someone while I get work done. And I get more work done when I'm talking to someone.
Same, but not when I'm physically there.
No, when I'm at work, like I talk to myself, and then the guy that I sit next to is always like, wait, are you talking to me? And I'm like, no, I'm just talking to myself.
Got the toilet paper again.
Oh, Gucci. Oh, he is eating it.
Good.
What made you want to do interior design?
I think it went back to when I was a kid. I was always very heavily involved in 4-H. I did livestock animals.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot that this is your story of how you fell in love with interior design.
And I also helped build with my grandpa because he did Habitat for Humanity, and then I did some projects with my grandma like sewing. I made some of my own clothes and some like a comforter that looks kind of ghetto now that I think about it, but I think just like working with my hands in general, growing up on a farm, that's what made me fall in love with like just everything into interior design.
There was someone that commented and was like, I'm not very like DIY, like they don't think that way, and I'm like, you don't need to be DIY or like do DIY to be a designer.
No, you definitely don't. Like, just thinking of my coworkers, like, there's some of the people that are DIY, and then a lot of them are actually like, no, I'd rather somebody else do it for me. I'll have the vision and then have somebody else do it.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the person. Like, some people take pride in like doing it themselves, and then other people are like, no, I would rather somebody else do it for me. So.
Well, and like being DIY, it helps to be DIY to know how things are put together and how to build things. But like, there's still a lot of things that I don't know how to build, and so I have to ask someone how to build it when we're doing like details and stuff. But like, I don't consider myself very like DIY. Like, I'm not out here refurbishing furniture all the time.
Like, I tried doing that stuff, but it's different if it's a personal thing too, because like one of the projects I did with my grandma was taking like old quilts and then like taking like the sheep fur that was in it and like washing it and then like carding it. Mm-hmm. And like that was more of a personal thing, so I enjoyed doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. But if it was something like, oh, I'm gonna take, this dresser out the street and like cut it apart and build it, it takes a lot of time. And so that's when like a lot of those projects, you may like gather some materials, but you never actually, for me at least, it's like you gather all the materials to do it, but you never actually do it because it's so time-consuming.
Yeah, because of that one time when you bought that chair off the side of the, or no, someone in your apartment complex is moving out. Yeah, and you're like, I'll take it, and then you're like, I'm gonna paint the chair and I'm gonna fucking refurbish it, and then 8 months later you actually got it done.
Yeah, and I don't even like it. So that's also...
Did you sell that?
No, it's sitting in my parents' garage. Well, when I went to college, I was like, I don't want to be committed, so I went in undecided, which was not very smart because I didn't get like any scholarships. Took a couple of like introductory. Is that introductory?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't care. Whatever works.
Yeah, intro classes, and they were just not for me. Like I did some public relations stuff, like campaigns, and what else did I do? It was intro. I don't even know, but they were all boring. And then I took one interior design one, and I was like, yep, this is what I want to do. I didn't really know what route I wanted to take at first, but I knew like I wanted something design related because I'm very heavily passionate about like the aesthetic part of it, like all the colors and textures and materials. That's what I really care about. But when I was like fast forward the years, I knew I wanted to do commercial after I did the hospitality project with the hotel. So then after I knew that, it was easier to start looking for jobs because I started looking for like commercial jobs. Well, my mom works for a window company, and they had a position open to like, well, I didn't really know what it was, but they called it like virtual designer or something like that.
Yeah, because my mom sent it to me too.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, so I applied, and then I got an interview, and this was actually in like December before, which a lot of like, you didn't start looking until, was it February?
Well, I had my portfolio done in like December, but I didn't start applying until like February or March.
Yeah, so, which I would say is normal. I mean,
Yeah.
you were maybe a little bit ahead of other people, but I didn't even have my portfolio done. I didn't get it done until I absolutely had to.
Yeah.
Because this job interview didn't require it, so I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just take the interview. And I ended up really liking the people and like the job tasks. And I still didn't really know what it was, but I just knew that like I would like it. So I was like, okay. And I actually got my internship then at December, which was kind of nice because then I could just focus on everything else for the rest of the semester. And then come summer, it was weird because I was talking to like you and like all the other girls, and they were like, oh yeah, like talking about like interior design stuff they did, and mine wasn't really interior design at all. It was exterior design. Like I was picking out colors for like their shutters or like siding or windows and doors.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many oh my gosh, I can't even think of it. Like how many mullions is going to go on the whatever, and I don't know, just like designing all things exterior and working with my clients individually, which that part I really enjoyed, and it was very quick turnaround. Like now working in commercial, it's like, okay, I mean, I've been doing higher education, but like, okay, my project's not going to get done until like 2022.
Yeah.
And this, what I did for my internship, it was like I would work with a client and I'd be done in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is such a quick turnaround. That doesn't happen here.
No, even, I mean, my internship wasn't like that either. Like it's just a process, and you guys did it really quickly.
Yeah. Well, and we didn't actually like build anything or make drawings. It was all conceptual, like to help you pick out the colors and to help you like guide you down a like, you know, a good path.
Mm-hmm.
Which was also nice because then you didn't have to get into like the sticky stuff. But then when I was like job searching, like I knew I wanted to do commercial, and I would say even though what I did was not interior design, it still helped me, like...
It helped you narrow down, like, what you wanted to do.
Yeah, that, and it helped me learn, like, how important it is to blend the exterior and to the interior, you know? Like, a lot of people would come with, like, ranch-style houses and be like, I want a craftsman-style house, and you're like, that's just...
Not gonna happen.
No, that's not your house. You know? It's not going to blend well with the interior. So I kind of carried over with commercial because it's like you want to really work with your architects to make sure like what's going on the outside is also being represented on the inside.
All right, hey guys. So it is 5 o'clock now. Been a little bit since I checked in. As you saw in my last clip, that was my friend Sam, and she is also an interior designer, and she's in a totally different state than me. She's over in Omaha. So her job is a little bit different than mine, but we still work in a commercial interior design firm, and I kind of asked her to like tell her process of like her internship and stuff, just because everyone's path is different. Not everybody's path is the same, and I think her point was really valid where you don't need to do an interior design internship if, like, especially right now in these hard times. I know a lot of people are having a lot of trouble finding an interior design internship. Like, she did something related to design, but it wasn't interior design. So yeah, don't stress about it if you can't find an internship right now. I kind of talked about that a little bit in my portfolio video, which I'll link above. But yeah, don't stress out about it. It's not a huge deal. I'm pretty sure a lot of the universities are giving you more time to get your internship done right now anyways. I just got out of a meeting, so technically it's past 5 o'clock, 5 minutes past 5. So it's like quitting time, but I had to take Harper to the vet, and it's just so frustrating because she's been limping and they can't figure out why, and they want to do like a CT, but it's like super expensive to do a CT, and it's just frustrating that they can't find what's wrong with her. But you know, we put her on some more pain meds to hopefully help her with the pain of it, and hopefully it kind of goes away with time. We're going to try and keep her away from like hard playing and like rough playing for a while. Because she is a rough player. She goes hard. She goes ham. Remember when that was a saying? Like, I'm going ham? No? Okay. Let me look on Instagram and see if I have any questions. Okay, so someone asked, when do you start looking for an internship? I kind of talked about it with Sam, but I finished my portfolio a little bit earlier than some people did, and I think I finished it like over Christmas break, like into January. And then I started applying like back in February, March, around there. And then I sealed my internship, like for sure that was the internship I was going with, like in April. So it gave them like a month to go through like my portfolio and my resume and stuff. I would give them 2 weeks if they hadn't gotten back to me, and then I'd send like a follow-up email and say, just like wanted to check in, see if you had time to review my stuff, because everyone's super busy, especially around the new year. There's a lot of new projects that come in around February, March, around there is when I would say to start applying. Do you need to go to school to be an interior designer? This is where it gets people get a little mixed up and confused about an interior designer versus a decorator. And I kind of talked about this in another video also, but an interior decorator is someone that like comes in and really just picks out a lot of finishes. Now, I'm not saying that you aren't a designer, like you didn't go to school for interior design, but like my internship, I worked for an interior design company. They were registered interior designers, and I was solely making mood boards and, or we called them concept boards, making concept boards and like picking out finishes, like ideas. Like we weren't really, like I wasn't designing. And so when I look back on that internship, it was a growing experience, but I did not consider myself a designer in that period of my life doing that stuff. So a lot of times during, like on YouTube, you'll see someone do like DIY my bathroom. And a lot of times, like, I don't even know, I can't even give you like an accurate like statistic on that, but a lot of times it's people who do it for fun. And it's people who didn't go to school for it, but they have like a niche for it. Is that the word? They have some kind of motivation. They're passionate about it. You know, they love doing it. But people who are in the industry, like they declare themselves as an interior designer, more than likely went to school, and you can get a 4-year, so a BA, BS, or they can go to a 2-year school like at a JUCO that offers it and get their AA. But I will say, if you go to a JUCO and you get your AA in it, you're probably going to have a little bit of a harder time finding an internship, because you're not as well-rounded as someone who's had 4 years of school experience. Not saying that you're not capable, but that's just from my experience. Another thing is to become a professional interior designer or registered. That's different for every state, like what you're called. For Iowa, it's registered interior designer. To be able to say you're a registered interior designer, you have to take the NCIDQ, and you have to study like for probably like 6 or more months, I'd say. And you have to have like a certain amount of hours worked before you can even take the test. And you have to have come from a CETA, you don't have to come from a CETA accredited school, but you have to come from a interior design major and work in the field for at least 2 years, I believe it is, at full-time experience. So like if you go to a JUCO and you get your AA, I think it's like 4 years in the working experience before you can even take your NCIDQ. I will be studying for mine here coming up like at the end of fall. Yeah, in the end of fall going into winter. So I want to like make a video when I get into that stage where I'm at, but I'm not quite there yet, but it will be here pretty soon, which is really exciting. So trying to think if there's anything else to touch on that topic. I think I'm gonna end this video here. I know it's probably gonna be quite a long one because it was more of like a talking video, especially with Sam involved. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.